This is a message for Pisces all placement. Don't forget to like this video. Please subscribe. Hit your notification bell so you can be notified when I'm live. Further messages, other readings, and lots more. Feel free to leave me a comment to let me know how it resonates. If you're watching this after the live stream, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. Okay, Pisces, we're going to take a look into your overall energy. See what's there. See what's in store. Followed by forward movement. Remember, time is fluid in tarot, so this message could have already resonated. Could be resonating at this time, or it could resonate sooner than you think. Please take what hits your spirit and leave the rest, okay? All right. Hey, Janice. Hey, Easy. What's going on, y'all? All right. Hey, Wolfie. Great to have all of you. As you know, karma doesn't miss. That's the title of this video. Karma doesn't miss, okay? We're going to look into that energy. Not that we wish karma on anybody. I don't wish bad on anybody. But what we know is the energy you put out is what you get back. You get what I'm saying? Whether it's good energy or bad. So, Pisces, if you've been putting out good energy, you don't have anything to worry about. Okay? If you've been putting out bad energy, well, there may be some things you need to work on. Okay? So we're going to look into the karma aspect from your perspective and also energies around you. That's what we're going to do in this reading. Okay? Hey, Bianca. Good to see you. Good to see all of you. Selena, hello. All right, Pisces. Let me get 3 more shuffles. All right. What do we have for my Pisces? Pisces energy. What's the overall energy for today for Pisces? Overall energy. Queen of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck. Ooh, the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, Pisces. You've been putting out good energy. You've been putting out good energy, and that's great. Okay? I'm not saying that you're perfect, because I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But I definitely feel like you've been making a conscious effort to put out good energy. Okay? It's always good to come into this space. We have to do a virtual date night. Oh, that would be interesting. I'm going to look into that. Thank you for that suggestion, Bianca. That would be interesting. All right, clarify Queen of Pentacles here. I had 2 cards come out at a time. Let's see. The 5 of Cups. I knew that 4 of Wands in the reverse. It came out the first time, but here we are. I believe these 2 cards were both trying to come out, but they didn't show themselves freely. I want to make sure. So here we are. This is confirmation. Pisces, you have given, or you've been given recently, you have given a lot of energy to a lot of people. Oh my gosh. You've been giving a lot of energy to a lot of people. I feel like, Pisces, you've been loving on people that don't even love themselves, or they don't even love on themselves in the way that you were pouring into some folks. Clarify Ace of Pentacles. And why do I feel like it went unnoticed, or it wasn't appreciated? With the Fool card here. The Tower in the reverse. Yes. It wasn't appreciated. Knight of Swords in the reverse. You could have felt like it was a constant battle, up and down. you know, but you gave your all. And for that, the beauty of karma is sometimes karma or divine intervention steps in to do what we can't. Okay? I feel like the divine had something so good for you in store that you were forcefully removed from a situation. I do feel like this situation would have hindered your growth. It would have hindered your forward movement substantially. You wouldn't have been able to be where you are right now and still have this other energy as well. So, this is what I'm feeling for you today. With the Page of Cups here, you've been given an olive branch. You've been given an olive branch. The energy around you, the circumstances around you, giving you an olive branch, giving you an avenue to go forward, to move away from toxicity. And I feel like a lot of you have taken this. Yep, with the Magician. Absolutely. And I love this for you. High Priestess in the reverse. No longer staying where you're not wanted. No longer staying where you're not appreciated. In the past, I have the Hierophant. If you have already removed yourself from negative situations, Pisces, you already see the light in that. You already see the benefit. You've been seeing the day that you moved away, how successful. Look at that with the Seven of Pentacles and 7 likes today. Look at that. You've been looking at how successful you are when you remove yourself from toxicity. It's like immediate. When you stop dealing with things that no longer serve you, other doors start opening. With the Knight of Cups here in the reverse, this is not by chance, Pisces. With the Six of Swords here. The Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. The Sun in the reverse. Yes. Because those situations where you helped, those situations where you were very present and you didn't give up, you didn't just walk away, were the situations that I feel like help build your character, help add more to your life. But when it was time for your influence not to be around anymore, you were removed. Your vibe was removed. And if you tried to put yourself back in those situations, Pisces, you received so much pushback. And let me give you an example. Say, for instance, that you weren't supposed to be a part of an organization. Let's just say you joined some type of club or some type of, I don't know, sorority, fraternity, anything that requires something about collectively coming together, right? Or a support group, right? And the thing is, these organizations could have been built on something positive. That's what drew you into them. But the moment you became a part of it, you started noticing, like, wait a minute, this doesn't work for me. You could have felt like a lot of people were against your ideas. You could have felt like a lot of people were ignoring you, passing you over, stuff like that. And so after a while, a lot of you realized, hey, I'm not wanted here. Like, I need to be a part of a group or a part of a situation or a part of a cause, but not this one. And you removed yourself, or maybe they just booted you out. Maybe they just made it so that you felt rejected. And honestly, I feel like their rejection was the best thing that ever could have happened to you. Anytime rejections have happened, Pisces, with the Devil here in the reverse, it has always been in your favor. 8 of Wands and the Strength in reverse. Because for a lot of you, it's not until you're rejected in such a harsh way or in such a way that gets your attention that you get the strength and the courage to really move forward. Right? So honestly, I feel like something had to be revealed to you. I'm never going to say that the Most High does things to punish you. No. But will the Most High make it so that your energy brings out the source of why things are wrong in a situation so you can see it? Absolutely. Will allow you to see what's really there so you can make a very what's the word, well thought out decision, right? And so you got to hear some of the conversations that were being had behind your back. You got to see how things were moving behind your back. You got to see the anger and the hostility and the, I don't know why I want to say this, and the trifleness, like somebody being trifling. You got to see this. It wasn't by chance. This was revealed to you. This was, if you think about when you go get your eyes checked, somebody's going to get an eye exam soon. If you think about when you go to the optometrist office, and you know how when you're getting fitted for glasses, right? And they do the little check with the lens to see, they'll say, okay, can you see better with 1 or 2? And they're clicking the thing, because they're trying to see if your vision has changed from the previous year and to fit you for the right lenses, whether that's contacts or glasses, right? And you may have been back and forth. If you think about that little, I can't think of the little thing that you look at when you go get your eyes checked. It covers your face like a mask, and you have to read the little symbols on the wall, the eye chart. And so for years or months, right? You have been, I'll put it like this. You have been clicking off and on, trying to see if this is for you. And when you were clicking off and on, Pisces, you were not even looking at the damage. You weren't even looking at the fact that you should have never had to click on and off or go to 1 or 2 or just be in between making decisions. Because the moment, check this out. A lot of us miss this, y'all. I've done it for years myself. The moment that you feel like you need to make a decision, whether that's to stay or to go, it's time to go. If we would just really own that, we would save ourselves so much time and so much stress. The moment that you're in a situation and you feel like you're choosing, you're right in the middle. Should I stay or should I go? Most times you need to go. Because think about it. If that place or that whatever this is for you, why would you be asking yourself, do I need to go? Or why would it come to your spirit like, oh, this doesn't feel right, I need to remove myself? If it's for you, right? If it's for you, it's going to feel right. Now, we're going to have doubt sometimes because that you're human. But I'm talking overall. You shouldn't be in situations where you're constantly wondering, should I stay or should I go? If you think about when you get your eyes checked, like I just mentioned, and they got the little thing over your eyes and they're getting you fitted for glasses and they say, can you see better with 1 or 2? And you'll say, click it again. I need to make a better decision. 1 or 2. And get this, that optometrist already knows which lens is best for you. The optometrist already knows. But what the optometrist wants to see is, will you trust the choice that's best for you? Will you trust that? And that's why they'll do the little test several times. Can you see better with 1 or can you see better with 2? And if and then sometimes at the very end, what's wild is the lens that you chose, depending on how it is, the lens that you chose is usually not the one that they give you. Because guess what? The test that they're giving you as far as checking your vision, that first choice is usually the right one. Isn't that something? So y'all think about that. That first selection that you made the first time is usually the right one. And that optometrist knows that. You know, that optometrist knows that. That's right. You answer your own question without knowing it. Exactly. Right? So with this King of Pentacles, look at that. Pisces, you have held the answer for a long time. But because you want to get along with certain situations, you know, exactly, DP. It is there, hey, always one or two. Yeah, yeah. But because you've always wanted to get along with people, Pisces, or you always wanted to be accepted, not all of you, because the ones that don't care about being accepted at this point, you're at a different level in this. So this may resonate, this part of the reading may resonate with you, may have resonated with you in the past. But for those of you that are still on this journey of self-discovery, you're learning that it doesn't matter who accepts you. It doesn't matter who likes you. It doesn't matter who doesn't like you, right? And sometimes the idea of trying to see who accepts us blocks us. With the wheel here in the reverse can block you from moving forward. Yeah, and staying stuck with the Hangman. I've been questioning my eyes lately, Empress. Getting wiser with age, but these eyes lately. I know that's right. I know that's right. It happens, right? But we have to go with our gut. And that is so hard for a lot of people, right? Not just Pisces, not just, everybody. I don't care what sign you are. It is hard sometimes for us to go with our gut, even though our gut knows what's best. And the moment you go against that gut, have y'all ever noticed that immediately you go, when you make that decision based on your emotions versus your gut, you're like, dang, I knew, something told me. And when you hear somebody say, something told me I should have went with choice number one, guess what? They're talking about their gut. They're talking about their instinct. Talking about their intuition. Something told me. And they're telling the truth. Their intuition was telling them, open door number one. Forget about door number two. But because guess what? Door number two looks so tempting. And do you know that sometimes we can make decisions based on the wrong decision because we're curious? We're curious with the Ace of Wands in the reverse. I know this is bad for me, but a part of me want to see if I choose that, how bad would it really be? And that's what usually gets us in trouble. That's what leaves us burdened with the Ten of Wands here. That's what leads us having to stand strong all the time and be heavily in your masculine, whether you're a male or female. Just stand guard all the time, just like a pioneer or something. That's not healthy. You need to be in situations where you can be your authentic self. You need to be in a situation that makes you feel balanced. Both your feminine and masculine energy needs to feel balanced. Not, I got to stand guard, just like, a guard all the time. And I know I don't need to be in this situation, but now that I'm here, I'm going to defend myself to the end. No. Thank you, DP. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Thank you, DP. Yeah, you don't have to be in something like that. So this is where karma has taught you, and a lot of us, including myself, karma has taught you, has shown you later, Pisces, that it's okay to make a good choice for yourself. Queen of Swords in the reverse. It's okay to choose your own instinct. And I know you know that, but sometimes we need to hear that. Because guess what? When you make a rational decision, you usually get rational results. Okay? Sometimes, you know, there's things that may come in and interrupt things, but normally if you make a rational decision, you get rational results. But what I'm feeling here in this reading, for those of you that have made irrational decisions, you've had rational results eventually. It just took it a while to show up because it was a bad choice from the beginning. So you had to go through the motions of whatever you chose. You had to go through the ramifications of the disappointment. You had to go through whoever did what to whom. And then the lesson comes later. And then the divine steps in and makes a rational decision for all parties involved. But I feel like now, Pisces, you're learning to trust your own instinct. You're learning to not be so quick with the Nine of Wands in the reverse and the Moon in the reverse. Not to be so quick to choose the forbidden fruit, to choose the door that you know you shouldn't even touch the handle because it's hot. Like, I don't want to touch that handle. I know door number 2, it looks so tempting, but I need to stay safe and go over here. You'll save yourself so much time. Save yourself so much time by going with your instinct. Okay? And that's what I'm getting here, Pisces. Some of you have been getting the energy back that you've put out, which is good and bad. The judgment, yep. Some of you been getting that good energy back. Some of you been getting that bad energy back. I have to be honest. King of Swords in the reverse here. And the good part about this is that you're not being defensive if it's bad. You're in a space of learning. You're in a space of saying, okay, with the Death in reverse, I see how the divine is working in my life. I see the karma's coming back. Whether it's good or bad, I get it now. I see what's going on. Now, with the Two of Wands in reverse and Justice in reverse, it's up to me to learn. It's up to me to do better moving forward. The Lovers in reverse and the Empress in the reverse. Because what you know is the moment you stopped listening to your instinct is usually the moment that costs you the most time, that costs you the most energy here. Okay. Anything else here for Pisces? The Ace of Swords. 5 of Pentacles here. When you are sure of yourself, Pisces, and your decisions, making that choice number 1 that comes to mind, that comes to spirit, guess what? Other people are sure of you as well. When you doubt yourself, King of Wands, when you doubt yourself, other people start doubting you too with the 8 of Wands and 8 of Swords in the reverse. So continue to make bold decisions for yourself, even if that means that you'll be walking alone. Okay? Even if that means you're walking alone. Because eventually, you're going to meet people with common interests, common beliefs. It may not be automatically, but you will meet these people. Okay? They have also been on a journey, probably the same journey you've been on, just different players, right? So keep that in mind as far as your outlook and your good karma. Okay? All right, now let's look at the karma going on, energy, karmic energy around you. Let's see what that's about. Don't forget to like the video and please subscribe and hit that notification bell. All right. All right, let's look at the karmic energy around Pisces. Karmic energy around Pisces. One more. right, let's look at the karmic energy around Pisces. What's the overall energy here? The Ten of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Six of Swords in the reverse. Clarify the Ten of Pentacles here. The Wheel of Fortune. Queen of Cups in the reverse. This is somebody that is always trying to move forward, but they always stand still. Could be an earth sign or air sign. Like, they have a lot of ideas. They got a lot of things they want to do. But because of how they do things, it does not come to pass. Clarify Six of Swords in reverse. The Four of Cups. Yeah. People don't trust this person. Five of Swords. If people do not trust this person. In fact, a lot of people are guarded when it comes to this person. With the Four of Swords. And maybe you know this. But this person is they've been trying for a long time to get ahead. But it's difficult for them because of their heart. Because of the way they move. Maybe this is a person that likes to step on other people in order to get ahead. You know what I mean? They have this in mind. They want to conquer things with the Ace of Pentacles. And they don't care how they do it. They don't care who they hurt. They don't care who they offend. Clarify Ace of Pentacles in this energy. Queen of Wands in the reverse, but it's just not working. Two of Swords. It's not working. And they can't figure out why. They can't figure out why. With the Seven of Wands here, let's look. Why are things like this? Or what's the energy behind this? The Eight of Pentacles in the reverse and the Hermit. Because this is a person, they do evil things. Evil people do even things. Genuine people do genuine things. This person is disingenuous. So therefore, they're having a hard time figuring out why they can't make things work. When really, if they slow down and really look at it, they can see it. Because what you put out is what you're going to get back. With the Hermit here. So this is a person that I say this sometimes in the readings, like they like to throw stones and hide their hands. You know what I mean? You remember the little kids that'll throw rocks at somebody then hide their hands? This is that kind of person. And then they wonder why things don't work out for them. This could have been the very person that Pisces you've been, or people, doesn't have to just be one person, it could be plural. This could have been the type of energy that you long needed to walk away from. These people do not hold themselves accountable. All right? And the karma that they receive is not being able to move forward with devious plans. They try and try and try. They have a high mind and thinking things are going to work. They're not really logical. This is a person that maybe feels like they can get over on people in order to get ahead, and you can't do that. Maybe they thought they could get over on you and get ahead. Maybe they thought they could take an opportunity from you and you know, make more money or whatever. Maybe they felt like they could treat you bad and things were still going to work for them in their life. And guess what? It's not. With the High Priestess in the reverse. This is definitely an energy that rejected you. Five of Wands in the reverse and the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Absolutely. They could have had a third party. Could have been a fire sign. Could have been an earth sign. But they definitely rejected you with the Fool here. And they did it very quickly, very brashly, very irrationally with the Five of Pentacles. I do feel like this person will eventually see, or they're seeing now, why things just don't work for them. The Eight of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. This person has a lot of lessons to learn. Oh my goodness. They got a lot of life lessons to learn with the Ace of Swords. I feel like the karmic justice for this person is for them and them alone. Like, if this is a group of folks, the lesson that they're supposed to learn is truly theirs. It can't be altered. All right? It can't be altered. With the Nine of Wands and the Page of Swords, they are supposed to figure out what it means to bring harm to someone, and harm is brought back, not because anybody's punishing them. It's just the circle of life. The energy you put out there is the energy you're getting back. Will they be defensive when this happens? Absolutely. With the Eight of Cups, they'll want to walk away from it. They're not going to want to face what's in store. They're going to want to do that Eight of Cups energy. I want to walk away from all of this. I don't want no parts of this. When they start getting their karma, right? Whether it's good or bad, I don't want no parts of it. But this lesson is for them and them alone. Just like Pisces, how you had to learn your lessons about letting certain people in your energy, this person has got to learn about the energy that they put out towards you and other people and the impact. Because honestly, they may be put in a position where they're going to be impacted. With the King of Pentacles. Heavy, heavy energy here. Ooh, look at that. Three of Swords. Seven of Pentacles in a reverse. This person is getting ready or going to see already that they hurt themselves. They may want to try to blame this on you or others. That came out. I didn't even have to shuffle. It was sitting on top of the deck. They're going to see that they have been hurting themselves. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. By not allowing themselves to grow. By not allowing themselves to be vulnerable to someone else's emotions. To show empathy. To take true leadership in their own life. Blaming others for their issues. You know? Blaming others for their issues. With the Lovers here. Could be a Gemini. Why do we have the Lovers here? With the Eight of Wands in the reverse. Because this person, they're going to walk into a season of knowing what it feels like for somebody to not really go forward with what they said. So if this is a person that didn't keep their word, they're going to see what it means when people don't keep their word. If this is a person that doesn't care about anybody's feelings and how they talk to you or how they treat you, they're going to experience what that feels like for somebody to do things or say things to them that they don't like. And truly, that's the only way that this energy is going to understand what they have been putting others through. Okay? That's the only way. I'm hearing motor mouth. Maybe this person talks a lot. I'm hearing motor mouth. With the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Empress in the reverse. The King of Cups. The Strength in the reverse. Yeah. This person could be a motor mouth. They talk a lot. A lot of times people talk a lot, especially when they're wrong. Ace of Wands in reverse, Knight of Cups in reverse. Yep. But they're definitely going to see it, Pisces. How do they feel about Pisces at this point? How do they feel about Pisces at this point? The Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. The World in the reverse. I'm hearing slow and steady wins the race. So this is a person that recognizes that they just should have done better. They should, not just by you, but by everybody. Two of Pentacles in the reverse, the Sun, the Star in the reverse, and the Chariot. Yep. It's like I should have done better by everybody. Yep. This person could feel like everybody's moving on without them. Maybe in the past they moved on without anybody. Maybe they were the ones. Yep. Six of Wands, when they were on top, maybe making a lot of money or whatever they were doing. Maybe they were at the top of their game or whatever. And they could have forgotten a lot of people. Ten of Swords in the reverse, because maybe this person became cocky with the Ten of Cups, only to be brought back to reality with the Judgment in the reverse here. And now they get it. Like, oh my goodness. Now I know how that person felt when I decided to not deal with anybody because I was making this amount of money, or I had this car, or I had this person, or whatever like that. With that Seven of Cups, the Nine of Swords in reverse, the Six of Cups in reverse, and the Six of Pentacles in reverse, this person knows. They know. They know what they've given out with that Six of Pentacles. And they also know why now they get why they're receiving. That clarity has come in. They wanted to get away from it. They didn't want to have to face this karma. They didn't want to have to feel the feelings, but you got to feel them. And so now they get it. Nine of Pentacles, Five of Cups in the reverse, Four of Wands in the reverse, and the Death card. Yes, they get it. And they will see more and more and more as time goes on. Because the whole point with that Death card, the whole point of this situation is for this energy to learn how to treat people. How to put good vibes out there, even when they don't feel good vibes themselves. Hey, Teresa. That's the whole point. This is what this person is supposed to learn. Where's Pisces at in all this? Where's Pisces at? What's the Pisces energy outside of all this? The Knight of Wands, the Towers in the reverse, the Three of Wands, and the Page of Wands. So Pisces, I would say that you're pretty content. You recognize when it's time to walk away at this point. I do feel like you're going to be going more on your first instinct nowadays. I feel like this was part of the lesson for you, was to trust your gut even more. As you see the Page of Wands, he's holding one wand. So choosing that initial feeling. King of Wands in reverse, Three of Cups in reverse, Page of Pentacles in reverse, and the Hierophant in reverse. Because Pisces, what you've learned is that when you go against your gut, it's always a hefty price to pay. So I feel like that is the lesson for you. Let me say that again. The lesson for Pisces in this reading is learning how to trust their gut. Learning how to go on that first instinct. Pisces or any other sign resonating with this. Because a lot of times when we don't go on that first feeling, y'all, and we can't say we don't get that first nudge. Like, ooh, something's not right here. Let me go over there. I know this is the right choice, but let me go over here. When we don't go on that first choice, we pay dearly. But guess what? That's where wisdom comes in. That's where the wisdom comes in. Is making a whole lot of bad choices and learning hard lessons. That's how we're able to really speak to others. You know? Do you honestly think some of our best tarot readers or motivational speakers or anyone in that line, even pastors, whomever, how do you think that they're able to get on a podcast or have a channel and speak so fluently about life's obstacles? Because they've lived it. You know what I mean? That's why I like doing live readings. Because I don't edit my videos. I probably should, especially with different things that may happen with my camera. I probably should. But I like for people to just get the raw message. I like for people to see just how much I can feel the energy of my audience, and also give them a chance to feel the energy of others in the live. Okay? I'm just a huge fan of live readings. So, but I say all that to say, if it wasn't for my own life experience, if it wasn't for my own work that I've done on myself, there's no way that I could speak to you, ladies and gentlemen, in such a way. I just wouldn't have it. I wouldn't have the ability. Because how would I be able to speak to you? If I didn't have the wisdom, how could I do it? Really? Where do you get it from? where would I get it from? Right? So, in a sense, Pisces, this has brought you a lot of wisdom. It's brought you a lot of clarity. It's brought you a lot of tools to use to help someone else. And this, on the other side of this, the energy around you, they're going to learn about the ramifications of hurting people, of misusing people, mishandling people, missing out on great opportunities. And on the flip side of that, Pisces, you're going to learn how to walk away from things that you know are not good for you. As soon as you see it, you're going to be like, oh, let me go this way. You're trouble. Let me go this way. I already know you're trouble. You may look good. You may smell good. But you're trouble. Let me go this way. Because the one thing that I'm sure a lot of us have done in our lifetime, if we haven't done it, you probably will do it at some point, is to go into situations where we think we can change a person. Friendships, relationships, family. Sometimes we feel like if we talk to a person enough, or we're there enough, that we can change their perspective. We can have an influence on them in a certain way. And most times you can, depending on if you're dealing with a person that's open to that. But a lot of people just want to stay the way that they are. You know? They just want to stay the way that they are. Like, oh, you so fine, but you crazy. Do you honestly think because that man or that woman is fine, just because you come around with your great energy, that's going to change them? No, they still going to be crazy. You know? He's still going to be a stalker. She's still going to be a drama starter. I don't care how they look. I don't care how they smell. I don't care how their body built. I don't care. When you see crazy, you need to go the other way. Okay? You don't walk into crazy. Okay? You see they're possessive, narcissistic, all these things. Controlling. If you see it now, you need to go the other way. Because you're not going to change it. I don't care how long you talk to him or her. If they are crazy from the jump, they're going to be crazy all the way through. Because that's a person that probably has not worked on themselves. If they got control issues, that's a problem. Like when somebody show you that they're controlling from the jump, you can bet your bottom dollar that person going to be crazy. And pray, hopefully, I pray that prayfully you can get away from them. Prayfully you can get away from crazy. Because some people can be so crazy and possessive, they'll say crazy stuff like, well, if you can't be with me, you can't be with nobody. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? That's when you got to get restraining orders and all this kind of concealed weapons, all this stuff, because you don't know what you're dealing with. But if you have an indication of somebody that's crazy, like that's cuckoo, it's time for you to move on. Don't worry about what they could do or what they've done. The moment you see it, hopefully it's at the beginning. Get away from it. If you get a sign that somebody is physically abuse, y'all know, y'all can finish the word. If you get a sign that they are physically abuse, y'all know the other part, you need to run. And the ways that you can tell, some of the ways, I don't have all the answers, y'all, but usually some of the ways you can tell a person is abuse, y'all know what? How they talk to you, how they talk to other people. If they haven't start talking to you crazy, just listen to how they talk to other people. How they talk to their friends, how they talk to their kids, how they talk to the waitress, the waiter, how they talk to people in public. Just listen to it. Because eventually they're going to talk to you the same way. Don't ever think you exempt because you're their girl or you're their guy or that's my best friend or you know what I'm saying? Don't ever, even family, don't ever think because that's your favorite cousin that they're not going to be talking to you crazy, because it's coming. You just haven't walked into it yet. It's coming. It's coming. You can love them from a distance. When you notice that a person is crazy, they're disrespectful, y'all don't have common interests, remove yourself. It'll save yourself a lot of heartache and possibly your life. Because people crazy out here, y'all. Especially with the economy and everything. Everybody's short on cash or having cash issues. And a lot of people, they're just waiting to just snap. You know. And I'm like, you don't even have to snap in front of me. Just bye. Bye. Just But the moment you spot somebody that can be unhealthy for you, you need to get away from that. Don't wait for karma to bring that back to you. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? You knew the person was not a good person from the beginning. They like to hit on women, hit on men, and you go and you deal with them, and the karma, you get it back. How they've been treating other people, you get that. And then you have to rewire and rethink and get past what happened. And for those of you, not to trigger anybody, but if you've been through that, I'm so sorry. You didn't deserve that. Don't ever think you deserve that. But this time around, you have a second chance. You have a second chance. You can't change a person. I had a friend like that. She would say, I just love him. Like, girl, there ain't no way you can love somebody that's treating you like that. Ain't no way. There's no way you can love that man and he's beating your tail every day. There ain't no way. You don't love him. You just don't love yourself, sis. And I told her that. I said, because the moment that you start loving yourself, you ain't gonna want to deal with him. Because you're gonna say, wait a minute, I love me some me. And you're not about to be putting your hands on me. You gotta go. You're not gonna be talking to me crazy. You're not gonna be stealing from me. You're not gonna cause me grief. Teresa said, been there, not going to do that again. She can't change it. That's right. Just walk away. Yep. DP, Bianca. Yeah. I would tell her. She eventually got out of it, but it was hard to get out of it. And I told her, like, hey, you have kids by him? Okay, cool. You want your kids to grow up in this? You want them to see this happening all the time? You crying all the time? And what he didn't realize, when she removed her energy out of his life changed significantly. He don't even look the same. Because he started getting back what he put out. He wanted to beat down on somebody. Guess what? Life started beating down on him. And I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I wish him well. But when you do things to people, you better look for it, because it's coming back. It's just a matter of time. You're going to get smacked right between the eyes. So it wasn't another man or woman beating him down. Life is beating him down. Okay? And I talked to her till I was blue in the face. Oh, he just playing. Oh, girl, he's not playing with you. He's not playing with you. That man got anger issues. He crazy. And the thing is, when they first started speaking, he was controlling. He was that, y'all know, because I've had somebody talk to me talking about, oh, you must be on the phone with your other man. He started that. That's controlling. They're already showing you they're crazy. They got issues. When you are in the middle of it, people tell you what you know is true. She has to be ready to hear it. Boom. Teresa, yeah. And by the time she got ready to really listen to me, her parents, other people, her friends, other people in the community, guess what? She was in a whole lot of debt. Whole lot of debt. You know, he started being abusive to the kids, started like just talking to him crazy. Thank God he didn't put his hands on him, but he was talking to him crazy. So all of them had to end up in counseling, which is great. I'm glad they're doing that. But she could have saved herself a lot of that had she listened to her first instinct, which was to leave this dude alone. And like I said, and the last time I seen him, he looking like he been just ran over by a tractor. Just looking crazy, looking all tore back, crazy looking. You get what you give. Do me wrong or come wrong. You get what you give. That's right, DP. You don't have to try to repay anybody. You don't have to try to pay anybody back. All I'm saying is when you see that somebody is not right for you, professionally, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, in your family, relationally, when you see that people are not right for you, remove them or remove yourself. Don't wait to get in bad situations. If you've done this in the past, maybe you didn't know. Just maybe you didn't know. We've all been there where we've been through situations where we just didn't know any better. Okay? But when we learn better and we know better, we do better. Okay? Don't allow this bad karma to keep finding you when you keep allowing it in. Because if you allow crazy energy to you, you're going to go through crazy. If you allow good energy to you, you're going to go through good things. Are they going to be perfect? No. Okay? But if he's controlling from the beginning, sis, he's still going to be controlling. If she's a drama starter, bro, she's still going to start drama. From the beginning. What you see is what you get with people. Don't believe when you hear somebody saying, oh, they won't like that from the beginning. No, yes, they were. Yes, they were. That's right, Wolfie. That person, you knew that person wasn't good for you from the beginning. You can't say, oh, they weren't like that at the beginning. Yes, they were. They just had a mask on. But if you look close enough, you will see that mask started slipping. Probably at that first dinner y'all went to. Probably on that first phone, probably the third or fourth phone call, you heard something that made you go, Because people tell you about themselves without you having any ask. They'll tell you. They'll tell you, but because he's so fine or because she got a nice body, I want to see what goes on. I want to see. That I want to see sometimes will get you hurt. Get you cheated on, get you lied to, get you just going through a whole lot of stuff that you didn't even have to go through. But for those that have made it out of that, I commend you, because a lot of people don't make it out of those situations in the best way. So if you have been through anything like that, now you know what to do and you can share your story with someone else. And I feel like that's what's going to happen here. Now, like I said, the person that's doing this stuff to people, if they did it to you and they doing it to this person out here just treating people bad, the luck going to run out. They're going to just keep attracting bad energy towards them. Yep. No peace. Temperance in the reverse. Absolutely no peace. There is no peace for the wicked. No rest for the wicked. No peace for the wicked. Okay? But you don't have to try to save the wicked. Let the wicked find themselves. Let the wicked do their dark night of the soul so they can do better. All right. Thank y'all so much. Make sure you like the video. I hope you enjoyed it. This was a little different energy here today. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like it. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I'm live for other messages, other readings, and lots more. Feel free to leave a comment to let me know how this message resonated with you. I'd love to hear your story. If you're interested in a personal or questions or any other services, check out my website in the description box, or you can visit www.theempress555.com for more information. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, send me a message as to what service you would like to get started on, and we can definitely set that up. Thank you so very much, y'all. I hope you have a wonderful day. Remember, you are worth it. Don't ever let anyone try to convince you of anything different. Have a good day, y'all. Stay safe and blessed. I may be back on today for a second message. I'm going to see how my schedule is today. But I definitely would like to do a whatever comes out reading. I haven't done one of those in a while. So be on the lookout for that, okay? Have a beautiful day, y'all. Stay safe. Bye, y'all.